Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Autocraft. In the last episode, of course, was episode 1 and we went ahead and just geared up and got a whole bunch of stuff. I have also bought some shulker boxes from Lazy, and also I have gotten a few wither skeleton skulls. That way we could start working on today's project. So I went ahead and I handed them over to Lazy, and in exchange for some wither roses. That way, he could actually get the farm running. And then I log in, and I actually logged in right on that carpet right there. So, yeah, this is, we're gonna do a little bit of a cleanup here. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, all right. Lovely. All right, so I'm thinking just for right now, let's just go ahead and shove this inside of a shulker box, because we are going to be needing these for today's project. Alright, but something that I have done in between episodes is I did do a little bit of mining to bring us up to 6 diamonds, just because I'm down to 6 carrots and 6 diamonds and no rockets, so which means we kind of have to walk all the way over to the shopping district, but should be not that big of a deal, hopefully. I only just need to get over there. But first, just gotta do that. Alright, and we are just about here. Alright, so now all we have to do is just buy some rockets here. I'm thinking maybe just 6 stacks will be enough for right now, and we'll come back and maybe buy some more later. Actually, you know what? Let's do a little more. Let's do 9 stacks because, the rockets are nice. Now, I also do need some food. Let's actually use this red box, just has some rockets, just so we can store them in there. And then we'll also buy some carrots as well. So we have 2 diamonds per stack, so we'll buy a little bit of that. And I think I will also just for now shove it in here. Okay, so now that we're all stocked up, we can go ahead and start the video. So what I did start towards the end of the last episode, I don't think I actually ever showed it on camera, is I did start to make a little bit of a chicken farm here, and we have a whole bunch of eggs because honestly, I didn't really know how I was going to get the wither roses for today. But luckily, Lazy was actually in the middle of building a farm, so I was able to actually get the wither roses from him. So now we have a whole bunch of eggs just kind of sitting here, just collecting. But I've just been kind of stockpiling them a bit, enough that I think we can probably take this down and maybe convert it into a chicken farm. That way, we won't have to actually buy carrots. We could just eat some chicken. And I think we will do that. Just I'm going to probably do that off camera because I don't know how to do it. That's besides the point. However, for right now, since I actually have these rockets, why don't I show you what we are going to be working on today? But the first thing that we actually need to do is go into the nether because we need to go through the nether roof actually. And we do have to go out in this direction about almost 2,500 blocks. That way we can find a hole in the bedrock that Alpin dug for me. And we should be just about to see it. There it is right there. So if we go ahead and fly down here, you can see a huge nether fortress that we are going to be turning into a wither skeleton farm today. That way we can go ahead and sell beacons to the community. And just see, let's see if we can get some luck right now. Ready? Ready? You guys ready? You guys ready for this? We're gonna get a skull out of one of these guys. I'm gonna die. Let's do a running attack. And then another running attack. And no skulls. Alright, well, that was unlucky. But yeah, we're gonna be coming back into here later on in today's episode. That way we can go ahead and build up ourselves a wither skeleton farm. But for now, let's get back over to Starter Town. Okay, so if we're going to be building up a wither skeleton farm today, that means we're also going to be needing to make a shop for this as well. And for the shop, I'm thinking we definitely sell beacons. We might sell some wither skeleton skulls just in case if somebody wants to buy just like the raw form, and we'll sell them for about the same price as the beacons. That way, nobody is going to get like a benefit from fighting the wither instead, which, I mean, we could make them a little bit cheaper if someone wants to fight it themselves. And I'm thinking we are also going to be selling coal as well because people can use that as a fuel source. And we will make that a decent price, that way people don't have to be spending a whole bunch of money on coal because this is more or less just a byproduct, and I'm not looking to make a whole bunch of diamonds off of just that. But of course, the first thing that we need to do is find a spot for this shop to be located. And looking off in this direction, we can see that the path goes this way, and we might be able to put it off over here because it's not that big of a build, but it's still a decent sized one. And judging by all the other builds in this area, it might be a little bit worse, but it's just going to be there to sell beacons for people. So I'm thinking that we should probably maybe put it over here, and I kind of want to do a little bit of terraforming with it too. We may put it right here. So just put like a little marker with some torches there. And I want to put the build right there.
and we'll do some terraforming around it just to make it look a little better. Now that we have our shop spot laid out and we know where we're building the farm, I've gathered everything that we are going to need to build up the farm. So let's just go ahead and start building. All right, what you're seeing here is actually the only 2 replay files that I was able to get out of this because I kept getting this issue with like a chat validation error. I don't know, it's something big with 1.19.2 and we just love it. And I did, unfortunately, perish and yeah, lost all my stuff. Hey there. Well, as you see, we have pretty much lost everything. So I got snuck up by a wither skeleton. He killed me. Couldn't get back there easily. Tried to have Rusty and Alpin help me, and then my stuff despawned. So all I was able to get back is the pants and the elytra. So now we got to go and get everything back. But luckily we still do have a fortune book and a mending book. So as soon as we get 1 diamond pickaxe, we're going to put both of these on it. That way, you know, we can actually try to get some more diamonds here. And I'm thinking to get a whole bunch of diamonds really quickly, we will probably just go ahead and do this going strip mining. All right, so going mining wasn't the best thing. I went through 2 iron pickaxes and didn't get anything. So Calvin was very kind and gave me some armor to just go ahead and enchant. And we are agreed that we are going to be paying him back with a beacon. That Calvin is way too kind. He set us up with some armor. I mean, this is already from before, but he set us up with some armor and some tools. So this is definitely going to help us. Because I didn't really want to accept anything from people, but I mean, I went through so many pickaxes just trying to get some diamonds that I was struggling so much. So luckily we have all this stuff now. So let's go ahead and let's enchant it, get ourselves back up on our feet a little bit, but I do still want to get some diamonds. Just to go ahead and, for example, like make a sword, we're still gonna need another pickaxe for silk touch. And then I also want to still make a hoe and still be able to get ourselves back on our feet. And also just have a little bit of diamonds for spending money. But of course now I don't have any rockets, so we gotta just, I would say fly, but this elytra has 29 durability, so we'll see how far we can make it. But now we just gotta go ahead and use the Enderman farm. And don't worry, I'm not gonna do a time lapse this time, so I will just come back once I'm done. All right, guys, I am now fully geared back up. However, I don't have everything that I had. Like I didn't have like fire protection boots. I had just normal protection, so now we have double that. However, now we do also have a bow that is maxed out. And we do also now LazyCon some money and also Wavesy some money as well. But anyway, that's for a later date. Right now, let's go back and finish building up this wither skeleton farm. All right, so once again, I did have that error with like the chat validation thing, so I lost a lot of replay footage. So this is just me finishing up building the farm, and then I went ahead and placed the wither roses in as well. So now we can now call this wither skeleton farm complete, and now we can hopefully start selling some beacons. Look at this thing working like a charm. We have a whole bunch of wither skeletons coming in, and I have already gotten a total of 35 skulls in the chest, but that is also adding on top of the 41 that has to sit inside of the auto sorter. So I would say that this farm is pretty good. I only paid for about maybe 20 minutes, and there was just another one that dropped right there. Okay, so actually right now we're sitting at 36. So what I'm thinking we do is just take this and we go ahead and go get ourselves some nether stars. But of course, before we do anything, I kind of just want to clean up here because yeah, I left a whole bunch of mess here just chilling. So let's go ahead and let's clean this up, and then we will head back. Oh, and yes, I did buy some totems of undying because, you know, I didn't want to have to die again and have to deal with all that stuff again. So yeah, I just had to, they weren't too expensive. Okay, so now that we have everything, let's go ahead and head out of this farm. Actually, you know, before we do anything, let's just go ahead and grab some soul sand as well, because we're going to need this to summon in the wither multiple times. And we are the only people online right now, so we should also be able to summon this in without having too many issues. All right, there we go. About 2 stacks of this stuff should work for now. Of course, we will need more eventually, but now let's just go ahead and head back to Starter Town. Okay, we now have the soul sand and the skulls. Now we have to go into the end and start fighting some withers. All right, so the first thing that we're going to need is, I think we're going to need some obsidian if there is nothing set up over underneath the portal yet, which actually there might be, and it looks like there is. So this is already set up right here. So let's just go ahead and fight
12 withers not at once, but we're gonna go ahead and fight 12 withers here. Here we go with the first one, and I will turn this down for you guys because I can barely hear myself talking right now. Almost done, and he's dead. And just like that, we have our first nether star, and we also got an armored wither's head. So now let's just go ahead and do this another 11 times. Okay, so we have all 12 nether stars now, as well as a whole bunch of different types of heads. So now we gotta get some obsidian in order for us to craft these into beacons. Okay, 36 obsidian is all we're going to need for these 12 nether stars. So now let's go ahead and craft these into beacons. I should already have the glass ready at the base. So it should be in one of these chests somewhere. Ah, it would still be in the furnaces. All right, so now we can go ahead and craft 12 beacons. Now this looks pretty cool. Now the first thing that I'm going to be doing is donating 8 of these beacons over to LazyCon for the Nether Hub project because he actually needs 8 beacons for the project. So first thing that we're gonna do is go ahead and drop them off at his base. Except we can't just do this normally. We just gotta, maybe scatter them around a little bit. Make it so he has to climb up to different spots to get all 8 maybe. Could even put one up there. We have one more, and I'm thinking, in order to make him find it, we'll just simply put it right there. Okay, so there's now 8 beacons in here. Now we do have 4 extra for ourselves, but I don't know exactly how I'm going to have to be able to use this, because I don't have anything to power it. I don't have any iron, barely any gold. Redstone doesn't count. Oh, I could do it with redstone. But I really have no materials for us to actually do the work on this, so we may have to use iron from the shopping district. That might get a little expensive. But, it'll work. So now let me just go ahead and AFK over at the Wither Skeleton Farm for probably about a night, and we should see what we get in the morning. And then we can maybe get started on building the shop. All right, fast forward a few days later, me and Rocket tried to mess with Alpin while she was on stream. We ended up trying to chase her and kill her, but I'll leave this all for Rocket's video. I just want to show you guys this one little bit where Rocket was lagging, but something else happened to him instead. Friend.
There's more of his friends over there. Ha 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 ha.
Do I have blast protection? No.
Oh my god, be free.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
The other side disc. What else can we expose about him? Lazy?
His game lag.
I think I screwed something up for you.
That was amazing. He ran into the creeper. Hey. Hi there.
Hey.
What happened there?
I have no idea, right? The game just started lagging. I couldn't see a single thing. And then, I'm not even joking, 1 minute you were, over here. And then the next minute you were, here. And it was like you were teleporting around the place. It was insane. And then this creeper just, literally appeared here. And I was like, okay, I'll run away from it. So I ran away. And then I got the death message. And I was like, probably not good.
All right, so now is about time when we probably should be building up the shop. But here's the thing. I don't really feel like doing it. And I know, the longer that I go on, it's gonna be longer in between episodes. But, so instead, right now, we are just gonna go and look at a thing that me and Alvin did with Miner. Let's go. There he is.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to my unnamed minigame.
Cool.
I'm very, very excited about it. It is a very simple game, but I think it should be. I think it should be fun. Oh, hold on.
This one's
Be right
giving
back.
me a
Be right
look.
back. Okay, so I have 3 horses. You get to pick which one. Anyone with leather armor on. So green, or green and white over there, or this blue one. There you go. And then take one of these from this chest.
Ooh.
Fancy.
That's not the plot twist I was expecting at all.
Yeah. So, do you know what jousting is?
Mm-hmm.
This is essentially trident jousting.
Oh, boy.
So if you come over this way, I'll show you how it starts. So you will, after I explain the rules, you will start on opposite ends. So there's a pressure plate and gate setup on the other side, and essentially you'll line up on the pressure plates, and when you do that, they open, you start running, and come over here. These gates, there's a set of gates that open right here that allow the trident to pass through. And so you'll be able to throw your trident at the opponent as you're riding by during that time frame.
So how do you win?
So the goal is to hit the other person.
Okay.
I could have put impaling on these, but and we may do that at a later point. But I think for now it's best if we don't kill the participants. I don't actually know how hard it is to hit somebody as you're riding. Like I've thrown it
Okay.
as I've been riding, but I think that's nice. All right. Do you want to get started? So once the gates open, you run, and then you try to time it with the gates opening in the middle. And crank you on yours.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, now I am.
Oh! Dang it.
Okay.
That did not work.
Yeah. So you do one pass, and then you go around to the other side.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep
Do
going
one
around
pass.
and around.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, now you're lined up. Now you can go again.
Oh. I did not see where the open gates were.
Okay. Oh yeah, maybe I can mark them. Maybe that's a good thing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, she got me.
I saw a hit. Nice. How much damage? Oh, I guess you have gear on, huh?
I got
I don't think it should do
2
much damage. And let's do 5. First to 5 points wins.
Alright. Oh.
Got her.
Ooh, I got hit. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, no. Oh.
Oh, we hit each
We
other.
hit each other.
Dual hit.
Oh my god. Oh, I got hit.
Oh, nice.
My competitive side is coming out. You got
Oh,
me. You got me.
I saw a hit.
See?
I saw a hit.
Ooh.
Nice.
And because I won, I got to name my horse.
We can put we'll have to put it in the pit. We can put it on a Crink Jr. Oh my goodness. Of course.
Appropriate.
Well, yeah, thank you both for testing this out for me. I'm gonna make some improvements to it, some additions, and then we should get on playing.
All right, so now that that's actually done, let's stop procrastinating and let's just build up this shop. Alright, the beacon shop is now done, and I must say, I'm pretty glad with how this build ended up coming out. I did use a little bit of help, but it made the shop look a whole bunch more better, and welcome to Beacon Zone. As of for right now, we are only going to be selling beacons, but I do also plan on selling coal over here
And then I'm not exactly sure what I want to sell over here, but it should be something that's going to be slightly related. Of course, we have the coal that which is being related because we get the drops from the wither skeleton skulls as well. I did have the idea of selling wither skeleton skulls alongside this, but I'm not really sure how I would do for pricing and also for quantity, and I don't really want to have to deal with that. And as of for pricing, when it comes to the beacons, we are selling them for 1 diamond per beacon, and I've already stocked both barrels here. And I will say I also have another 42 beacons on me. We killed about 92 withers. I did it off camera because it's just going to be a whole lot easier, but I did end up using iron golems. I think I had about 7 or 8 of them, and it just made killing them a breeze. And I think it only took me about like maybe 25 minutes-ish, maybe 30 minutes to kill, 92 withers. But yeah, now we have this shop completed, and there's one thing that I do want to do, and I don't think I have diamond here. There's some diamonds right here. I want to go right here, and I just simply want to add a diamond into there and add my shop onto this. So the shop name, Beacon Zone. I cannot fit Beacon Zone. I'll just do that. And then owner, there we go. Now, hopefully, he will add our shop to the pathway. So yeah, once again, we now have this shop completed. And that is going to have to end off this episode of Autocraft. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have an amazing day or night, or whatever it is right now. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.